I was in the audience of the VR concert, Neuro's VR concert. It was very, very cool. I joined late. First of all, so I freaking spawned onto the stage like late, and I was like, whoa, what the heck? It was so scary. I went to the edge of the stage, but I couldn't get off the stage. And then Minnie saw me, and then I was like, I can't. Oh yeah, there was an invisible wall at the edge of the stage, which I didn't know. And then Minnie said, jump, and then I was like, oh, and then I jumped over it. And then I got off the stage. I just wanted to watch, you know. I didn't want to be perceived at all. So it was really scary. But that was the first time I saw Neuro in 3D, was during the concert. But I was so far away from her. It was like she was a celebrity, you know. Like I wasn't that close. And it was really fun, and she sang a lot of good songs that I really liked. And Minnie got up to dance with her too. That was really cool to watch and really cute. Yeah. At least you didn't load in with just your underwear on. Yeah, what if I loaded in with just my underwear on the stage? It's like a nightmare, you know, when you go to class without pants on or something, right? And then you look down and you only have underwear. I only have underwear on. What the flip? 100% a nightmare. And in front of Swarm too. Yeah, seriously. I was like, nightmare that sounds like fashion. And then it was the freaking VR chat sleepover. So that was the first time I ever did VR with a headset instead of just going in desktop. And also I what was it? Also I also had the controllers, so like the hand controllers and also the headset. So that was pretty interesting. I thought I would be more dizzy, to be honest, and not be able to like function when I had those things on, but it was actually not bad. And then by that point I had also updated my chibi model to look a little bit more like me. And yeah, I was kind of nervous, of course, because most of the people who were joining the VR chat sleepover, they had already collabed with Neuro in 3D before, you know, like they had their own collabs during the subathon. Like Minnie had her own collab in 3D with Neuro, so did Slumber, so did Camilla, so did Lena did not do a 3D collab, she did like an IRL collab, so there was that at least. But for me, it was like my first time, first of all, doing 3D VR with a headset, and then also my first time meeting her in VR. So I was like, oh, I'm really nervous and I don't know if I want to go. And then yeah, Minnie encouraged me to go, and then Camilla also messaged me and encouraged me to go. And Minnie was like, it's okay even if you go and you don't say anything. It'll be fun. You know, I'll just be that non-verbal friend. So yeah, I was just pretty nervous, but I ended up just deciding to go anyways, even though I wasn't sure what it would be like. I really wanted to see Neuro in 3D close up, so I did end up going, and she was so cute. I was playing with her hair as soon as I got up to her. It was so cute how she's, you know, always leaning over and doing weird random movements. And I'm like, oh, she's so cute. How's Neuro in VR close-up compared to just watching on screen? It is pretty different, I guess, because when I'm watching her on screen, it's sort of similar to meeting someone like IRL for the first time. It's like when you have a VTuber friend that you've known for a while but you've never met them. It kind of feels like that, because for Neuro, that's one of the most present forms that she has so far, you know, the VR, the 3D. So it was really cute, and I was just really happy to be there. But the thing is, I saw so many comments like, oh, Chrchie's so quiet, why is Chrchie so quiet? I was like, I know I was pretty quiet, but the thing is, you have to be quiet to let Neuro talk. And not only that, there were like 8 other people or 7 other people in the slumber party, you know? So it's very hard for me to know when to talk, or if it's okay to talk, or I just get anxious about that. about like, oh no, if I talk and I might interrupt Neuro, or if I talk I might interrupt someone else, or if I talk like I might, I just didn't want to interrupt anyone or interrupt Neuro, especially Neuro, because she needs silence to respond to people, and she was getting overwhelmed, like super overwhelmed for some reason. I mean, it makes sense, but she was like, I'm overwhelmed. So I didn't want to add on to that. And there were other people there that were more confident and used to hanging out with Neuro than I was. So I definitely was pretty awkward sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I know it. It's just like me standing awkwardly around. Yeah. VR chat in general does seem to overwhelm her. Yeah. I mean, first, yeah, she has to, like deal with the vision and then process what everyone's talking about, process how to respond. Yeah. Anyways, it was so fun, and I'm really grateful that I was able to go to that, honestly, and meet Neuro in 3D. I wasn't sure if I would this subathon. So I was really happy to see her and experience that, because I saw other people experiencing it and I was a little envious, I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, I want to see Neuro in 3D, in VR, in front of my eyes. I want to like hug her and play with her hair. And I did those things. So mission accomplished, even though I was quiet and awkward. Win! W! Yeah! You didn't seem too awkward. I felt extremely awkward. I was, I don't know. I was just scared. I was really scared. I was freaking scared. And then halfway through, my headset died. And then at that point, I was already pretty nervous. And when my headset died, I was thinking, I'm just gonna give up now. But it's okay, because I just ended up going back in desktop mode. So yeah, you were quiet, but you didn't seem that awkward. Thank you. I mean, I was just a little lizard girl. Thank you, everyone. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Anyways, that was the story. There were a lot of really fun moments. Like the hide and seek was really fun. Watching Cerber and Minnie be cute was really fun. Lena as the ferret ? Was really fun. Camilla was really fun. Crowley was really fun when she was able to join. Bossman was there. Yeah, I was just a little lizard girl. A wizard girl. Yeah, Crowley was really tall. You're just a quiet friend. I know. I'm not quiet on my own stream. When I'm the only person here talking to you all, I freaking yap a lot. But then when I'm in like a group setting, I'm like, am I allowed to talk? Because I don't want to speak out of turn or like dominate the conversation. But because of those fears, I overcompensate the other way by like not speaking at all. So it just doesn't really make any sense, It's fine though. It's just, the machinations of my brain. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with what I was able to experience. So we will see, no biggie. You see, I am. The bigger the group, the more scared I am to speak or like interject. Even smaller groups make me pretty nervous. So I'm just not really, I just have a lot of fear in my heart. I just have a lot of fear in my heart, and that's it. Let it go? That's crazy. I don't want to sing Let It Go right now. That's really hard. I just woke up. Do you count the viewers to the group? It's a little bit different because I'm reading what you write, so there's no fear of interrupting someone speaking. Do you know what I mean? Every time I get to be involved in anything, especially with Neuro and Evil and Vettel, I'm really grateful, and I feel like it's such a privilege because it's such an amazing project that so many people care about. That it's a privilege. It's a privilege. It really is a privilege to me. Yeah. You interrupted my Giga chatting match. Plan your own small collabs. I can also imagine how hard it is to try to respond and let there be time for Neuro to listen and respond. With a room of entertainers who are used to trying to fill that air and friends I want to chat to. Exactly, because she does need time to listen to respond, and she needs a bit of silence. And we have to wait for her to formulate her responses. So it was oh, I don't want to interrupt anyone else, but I also don't want to interrupt Neuro, and I also don't want to interrupt Boss. And then it's just a lot of worries. I had a lot of worries. Though I did have fun, don't get me wrong. I had a lot of worries, but I did also have fun at the same time. Exactly. On calls, it's hard not to interrupt someone as well, yeah. And the problem is, like, it's not even proximity, you know? For Neuro, if anyone talks anywhere, it can interrupt her. So it would have been a little different, you know, if, like, we could go off to the side and talk and have a little conversation. Neuro was thinking, but we can't do that. We have to wait for her. So it's just have to be mindful so that you're not always making even little noises. Not even words can interrupt her. So we have to be really careful. I thought it was cool that hello Yumine, hello. I thought it was cool that Neuro sometimes just talk to you even though you're being quiet. I know when she said my name. It was really cute. I was like, oh, Neuro said my name. Yeah. I can't just, like, oh my gosh, it's scary. I tried my best. That was all that I could do. Maybe one day I'll be better at it if I get more experience and used to, especially big collabs. Oh my god, in big collabs, I just shut the F up. I do not speak in big collabs. It's so freaking spooky. I'm just It's not because I don't want to speak. It's because I'm nervous and scared. I know it's a bad trait to have as a streamer or VTuber, but it's hard. Suplex her? No! I will not suplex my boss's daughter. As long as you had fun, I did have fun. I was very nervous and scared, but I also had fun. So, like I said, it was a W. Some worlds you can. No! I don't want to suplex anyone. Okay, but I did order some full body trackers. Shumi and I ordered the same one, so I'm pretty excited for that. How is Beto my boss? He's not legitimately my, well, he kind of is, because he hires me to do a little bit of projects here and there. So I'm not a full-time employee by any means. I just do a few things here and there. Like I redesigned the timer from last year's, because I designed last year's timer, and I just refreshed the visuals for this year. And then I also I did the screens for the lava lamp app. I did the poll notification design when Neuro and Evil make polls. Just a couple things here and there, yeah. So I just call him boss. I thought you did great. It's okay to speak less than others. Thank you. I was so in my head about it. I was like, I'm just gonna be like a freaky little lizard thing in the background. And I was small too, because I didn't have a full 3D model yet, like an actual big one. I only had a chibi, and it was it's just made from booth assets. Alex actually helped me with it. Alex Floyd. We got a bunch of booth assets that looked kind of like my model, and I sent them to Alex, and I was like, Alex, please help me. I don't know how to use Unity. And he was like, you're gonna tell me this like 8 hours before the stream? I was like, yeah. Well, he told us the night before. Okay, don't blame me. Don't blame me. Blame Boss Man. And he was stressed. He was stressed the fuck out. Because he never did that before. Like, he's used Unity a lot, but he's never ever like modified a VR chat model. So he was after the stream ended, he told me, if you ever need something like this again, tell me at least a day or two before.